Okay, here we are, chapter 12, the Sefer of the Yanuka, the pathways of prayer and attachment. Let's go. Oh, just quickly, sorry to take everyone's time. Today's lecture actually has a special sponsor, money going to charity in Jerusalem, and obviously to the Rav Yanuka, in the memory of the father of Pinchas Elimelech Halevi ben Shlomo Asher Halevi, whose yurtzeit coming up, I think, within a week on the 25th of Tammuz, and for his father Shlomo Asher Halevi ben Bluma Roiza, and for Pinchas Elimelech Halevi's wife Rachel Frumabas Razel. This holy family should be worthy to help support the Geula, the redemption. And thank you, everyone. We'll send the prayers to the Yanuka. We'll all pray for this. Everyone have in mind this holy family. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Haderech shal yada yecholim is not take me kainu miderech harashayim. So remember yesterday I told you, like, don't think you're the guy who's kain. Well, guess what? Here's the way. Even if you are, how to get out, how to detach yourself from the kain, from the kain wicked pathway that people get stuck on. How do we get out? And that we should attach ourselves to hevel, the pathways of the righteous. How do we do it? Tefillah, just through prayer. Prayer is the way that we can get out. A person must pray before God, may he be blessed. That all the intent, all the kavanah of this person's actions should be to find grace before the eyes of God. Like, we should be looked upon by God favorably. And that we should learn Torah, and that the learning of the Torah we should do should be like a sacrifice, a korban, like a temple sacrifice, which brings this comfort and appeases God. So we want to get to this point where our intentions bring God to look at us favorably, and that our learning Torah is like a sacrifice to God. He's like, wow, what a precious korban, what a precious sacrifice. And we should know that all of our contemplations, all the things we do and contemplate on and think that a human could do, should be for the one Shemishu Oved Lefanav, for the one who we serve before. It should be for God, who is the one who created the heart. We should be doing this for God, who created our heart. And guess what? God also has a heart, as if it says kaviyachol, as if we could understand what it means God is a heart. But yeah, God has a heart. How do we know? Because it says in the Torah, Yoitzer ayin halo yabit. It says in the scriptures, in the writings, the one who created the eye, God, you don't think he could see? Obviously, he also could see. And now here's the Torah. And as it's written in the Torah, in the end of Genesis, before Parsha Noach, remember when God regretted creating the world? Yitzyatzев el libo. God had these doubts in his heart, this regret in his heart. It uses the word in the Torah, God's heart. V'yomer Hashem el libo. And then later on, it also says in the Torah, God says to his heart, God spoke to his heart. Ki ein hariboy shel hamaysim bo leratzon lifnei Hashem. Ela kavana shel hamayse. Because all the activities and the actions that people do, that's not what really comes before God in his desire. God's not concerned about all the actions. What is he concerned about? The intention behind the action. You know, some guy gives so much money to a synagogue and everything, and it's like, wow, the guy's the holiest guy. Wait a minute. This guy was just doing it to get his name on the wall and to have some power and leverage over the community. He didn't really care about the giving or anything, but we can't tell by the action. We don't know what was behind the scenes. We have very impure intentions behind the scenes. That makes God very disgusted. God looks at the intentions, not the action. That God's looking to see that we are doing things to please him, that our desire is to please God, to find grace in his eyes and not in the eyes of man. We're not here to be to impress another human. We're here to impress God. Remember the story of the famous sage from the Talmud who walk around with these golden shoes on? and it would look like he's such a fancy guy. But under the shoes, there was no soles. He was walking on like the harsh, hot rock floor because he was like, I need to look good for other people so they can see that God's servants look good, but it's not for me because I'm not even comfortable. So he showed us like he didn't even enjoy this flex. So it really depends what your intentions are for why you're doing things good. In order that we should be worthy to cleanse our heart from this desire to find grace in the eyes of mankind, that I want everyone to notice me and my status and like give me compliments. How do we free ourselves from this? And that we should align ourselves and arouse ourselves to find grace in front of and only in front of God, may He be blessed. How do we do this? We must rectify the covenant of speech, the bris lashon they call it. Shu pi v'libo shavim. What does that mean? That our mouth and our hearts are in sync, are in line with each other. They're not contradicting each other. I'm not going to say one thing and mean another thing, or vice versa. And when we do this, when we align our speech and our heart, we're actually syncing and aligning the two different names of God. One's Havaya, one's Adnus, two different personalities of God which are disconnected and only get united through us being the unifiers. Because when your speech of prayer does not come forth from the heart, then you're just praying and serving God from your seichel, from your logic. It's not from your heart, it's just from your thoughts. If you're stuck in this place, you therefore have to free up the place, the true place that is in your heart at the time of prayer. Whatever's really in your heart, you got to free it up and let it out. And from there, from your heart, your prayer has to come forth from your mouth. And that is the unification of these two names of God, these two realities of God. We're the unifiers. Havaya, the name of Havaya of God is Keneged Halev, is juxtaposed, connects to the heart. Adnus, the name Adnus of God, Keneged Apeh, is juxtaposed and corresponds to the mouth. Where do we know? He says, Kamuva B'Kava Yashar. It's brought down in the Sefer Kava Yashar. The Yanuka doesn't make anything up. He just tells us where it is in our sages. Because it could be that a person's going to be very far from God, and nonetheless he's going to stand and pray before God, and he's going to speak on levels that he's not shaykh to. He's not on that level. It's like you're going to come before God talking a big prayer, but you're not there. Like you're speaking from impure place. And when you don't talk truth before God, you will never be worthy to elevate and leave the place you're trying to leave. You're trying to get out of a bad trip or a place you're stuck in. If your prayers aren't pure, you're not going to ever get out. Because even if you're not stuck in a place of impurity, which is not impossible to get out of, let's say you're not stuck in such a low place, and like you're in a place where you could get out of if you wanted to, like easy for you to get out of, you're not so stuck. And even if you're in that situation, still, even if you're easily able to get out of the situation, you're not so stuck, you'll never move unless what comes out of your mouth is truth, emes. And this is the pathway, that through this path we can unify these two names of God, Havaya Adnus, and attach ourselves to holiness by doing so. When a person doesn't have a moon and he doesn't really believe in God, you should talk to God from the true place that you're at. Which is far from Amunah, that you're far from faith. You let God know, tell God that, The Dugma, here's an example. If he's going to pray like it's a commandment for learned people to do so, Yoimar Zos Lashem Baruch Hu. You will say to God, may be blessed, She'ein lo ratzon lispalel. You should say you don't have a desire to pray. Shiriachim alav. Have mercy on me, God. Hu yisbarach v'yitin lo ratzon. And then God will give you the mercy. So if you don't have a munah, you don't have faith, and you don't really have a desire to pray, don't just go fake it and pray. Pray that you want to pray. Pray that you don't have faith. Like, that should be your prayer. Your prayer shouldn't be like, oh God, I'm coming to you, I need this and I need that and this. Like, God's like, you don't really believe in me. Because the other hours of the day, you're watching inappropriate things. You're eating the wrong things. You're doing the wrong things. You don't really care. Now that you need something, you're coming to me. God doesn't like that. God would rather you come to him and say, God, I'm lacking emunah. I'm lacking faith. Please give me the power to pray to you. God likes that much more than the person who just pretends he's already God's buddy. You know those friends, anytime they need a loan, they text you? It's like, hey, I'm not hating on those guys because I was that guy one time. And I don't know, I may still be that guy. Who knows? Everyone needs stuff and you message other people what you need. But when that guy or girl messages you, you're like, oh, let me guess, you need $5? I would just rather you be my normal friend and like message me. And then when you do need $5 also, I'll hook you up. But when you just need me for the $5, it turns me off. So God's saying, don't just pray to me when you need things for yourself. If you're that type of guy, pray to me that you want to be the guy who could pray to me all the time. Like, come on. You hear what the Yanuka is saying? It's tremendous over here. Okay, so you should say to God, you don't have the desire to pray. Have mercy on me, God, so I could pray. And on this note, it's important on this path that a person should recognize and know where he's really at, his true place, where you're at. And then where you're really at, then pray from that place. Use your heart to attach you. Like, God, I'm sinning here, I'm this, I'm like, just be real with God. What's going on in your life? What's in your mind? Don't just come to God for that $5 loan when you need it. Whatever's on your heart at the time, that's what you should call out to God. That's what you should pray to God. Like, whatever's really happening in your life. God, I'm sinning. I'm doing this. I don't want to be doing this. I want to level up. I want to get better. Be truthful for God. But don't come to God and be like, oh, it's not fair, God, and I'm praying to you now. It's like, yeah, now you're praying to me because you need me. But the other hours of the day when you're not genuinely serving me, talk about that. Tell me about that. Come on, be open with me. You know, it's like when you get in trouble in school. I used to always get in trouble. We get in trouble with parents. I used to always get in trouble. They're like, you won't be in as big trouble if you just tell me what happened. Don't come to me and tell me a whole story with alligator tears and make it about him or her. Don't do it. Just tell me what happened. You'll be in less trouble. So Yanuka is telling us this is how prayer really works. Come to God truthfully. Tell him what's really going on, and you will get saved from your situation. But you're going to come and just brush it under the carpet and think you could just pray your way out of a situation without being honest with God, you're not going anywhere. You're staying where you are. Whew, long piece today. Thank you everyone for sticking with me. Obviously, I'm going to go through the rant. I don't want to keep you here, but just tell you guys I love you. Thank you for the support. Yasiel, Yaakov Menachem Mendel, Rafael, my friend in LA, all my good friends out there. Send me your names. I send it to the Yanuka. No strings attached. We're just here to get out of the exile, and teamwork's going to make the dream work. We'll do it together. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful day. And guess what? Over and out.